Before getting started, I thought I'd let you know that I wasn't 100% in focus during this video, until I held a product in frame like you see me doing now. This was because I was using the product showcase mode on my camera, and for some reason, I don't know why it shifted to the studio mic on screen. I have to run with this video since it's a raw unboxing, so that's pretty much it. Enjoy the video. I've been looking forward to making this video for the last 6 months. I'm taking you through a completely raw unboxing of the biggest mic upgrade I will ever make in my career. And to add a bit of cherry and whipped cream on top, I purchased 2 extra additional accessories that will complement this microphone kit, and I'm bloody so keen. You're going to see my live reaction on this as well as we go. And it's not another studio microphone. As I mentioned, it's a wireless microphone, so it's going to completely change the way I make content going forward. If you watched my previous video on my next chapter of the YouTube channel and the 2024 plans for my YouTube channel, you'll see that I'm not mucking around. I did pretty much go all out, as you will see here today. Knife in hand. Let's bloody get this started. Also, I did cover the front with duct tape. Just so you don't completely get spoiled. I haven't even seen a product myself outside of reviews on YouTube, but here we go. First impressions. It's packaged really nicely. Also, you'll see my thoughts as we unbox this, my live thoughts as to why I purchased this specific kit over the other competitors, i.e., obviously you can see it's Hollyland and it's a Lark Max. Not sure if you know what that specifically means. The other competitors to this are the Rode Wireless Go, the Rode Wireless 2 Go, the recently released Rode Wireless Pros, and the DJI microphones as well, which, again, I opted for this one. This specifically caters towards my needs and everything else does not. And again, I'll explain why shortly. Let me just get this unboxed. Damn, look at that. Something just fell out. Oh shit. Opened it the wrong way. Alright, let me put this down for 1 second. I don't know what this is. This is... okay, just a bit of extra bits and bobs. Put that aside. That's nice. Probably insurance information there as well. Upon first impressions. Look at that. That is some serious packaging right there. So we have a case in a very fitting box. Here we go. Damn. Okay, so in the top, there is wires, obviously the accessories and attachments. I'm assuming the charging cables. Let's have a quick look at that. Okay, we have wind muffs. 2. This is the connection from the microphone itself to the camera, which I don't know if I'll be using that because it is a wireless mic system that has inbuilt recording. I believe up to 12 hours of inbuilt recording. So I don't think I'll ever be plugging it into the microphone itself. Also because I think, from what I've been reading, if you plug it into the microphone, you no longer get 24-bit float, which is what I'm after. I don't care about 36-bit float, doesn't cater towards my needs. 24-bit float does. This microphone is 16-bit float, so sometimes it cuts, the wavelengths go over, so which is why I don't scream into the microphone. But this as well, some additional attachments. This is pretty cool. USB-C to USB-C, I'm assuming that's for the charging. And then we have, what is this? Okay, that's a USB-C to USB-A. Don't need that. And another USB-C to USB. This is for your mobile phone. So that's, yeah, this is for your mobile phone. I don't need that. So the only thing that's important to me really is the charging cable and the wind muffs. So these are definitely going to come in handy. Now let's get into the main star of the show. Look at that. That's crazy. That's sick. Look at this. Look at this. Like, the attention to detail, even with the packaging, that is nuts. How am I going to open this? That is satisfying. Wait, here it is, here it is, here it is. Damn. Alright, give that a go. We've got to be careful not to drop this, but look at the sight of that. That is some heavy duty. That is heavy. They even went to... Look at that, the bottom of the microphone case has grip on the bottom to avoid slipping as well. That's crazy. Let's have a look. So this microphone comes with, obviously you've got your receiver and your two transmitters. It's a dual microphone kit, and this entire thing in the bottom is the charging station. That is crazy. That is tiny as it. Look at that. So that is, as I said, that's your transmitter. There's a magnet here already attached. Oh no, it's an inbuilt magnet. Okay, look at that. Inbuilt magnet. That's the transmitter, nice and compact. Recording function on the back side. You've got your mic input, power button on this side over here. You got your, I believe that's the environmental noise cancellation. Again, I mentioned in the beginning, one of the main reasons why I purchased this microphone kit was literally for this one function. Now, I do content in the gym, workout content, workout training videos, and this is the main function which sold me on the product. The newly released wireless Rode Pro, which is pretty much the same price bracket as this one, including the lavalier mic and the additional accessory. Oh, I just spoiled one of the accessories there, but you don't know what this one is, which is, in my opinion, the best of the three. But yeah, that is quality, if I do say so myself. I'm not going to do any testing in this video. If you'd like to see testing in a future video where I literally show you in a real world scenario what this sounds like with and without noise cancellation function, with or without my post-processing to the audio, then obviously I'll be doing that. And one other thing I would like to mention, the editing software that I use is DaVinci Resolve, but it's the free DaVinci Resolve version. It's not the Pro version. I understand in the Pro version, you can have AI to assist you in the audio. So you can obviously use the noise cancelling function in the Pro version that might sound similar to this, but this is inbuilt. I have the free version. I'm not going to spend $500 on a Pro version just to use noise cancellation, because the noise cancelling function, I'd rather just, two birds with one stone over here. Eventually, obviously, I'll buy the Pro version, but right now, I'm not editing in 10-bit, and I just don't need it, really. Here's the transmitter. That obviously is going to attach to the top of your camera. I'm using my camera to record now, so I can't really show you what that looks like. I believe this is, so that's your recording station. I believe this is a screen there with functions. You got your knob. You can flick through the functions or the menu, I'm assuming. Can this turn on? I don't think this is charged. I don't think this is charged. Otherwise, I think it would have turned on already. I'm not sure how this works exactly. This is literally my first time opening this. But yeah, that's the menu. Well, I'm assuming that's a LED screen where you flick through your options. Look at that. So in the bottom of the charging case, I don't know if you can see that properly, but in the bottom of the charging case, yeah, that's sick. Very cool invention, but this is pretty much like a massive Apple AirPods charging case, if you really want to think about it like that. Okay, so the case is on. So I'm not sure what's going on here. But none of these is on. Maybe if maybe if I turn one of the microphones on, let's have a look. Okay. I don't think these are charged at all. Oh wait, no, it did turn on. See that blue LED light? Okay. What happens if I take out the transmitter now? Or sorry, the receiver. What does this do? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this out. Most likely, actually, I will eventually do a video on what this sounds like and how to use it. Probably not how to use it. You can find other more experienced YouTubers. I am a completely beginner content creator on this, so I'm probably not the best guy to go to for, you know, the functions and how to use it and what's the most optimal way to use this kit, because this is this is a very expensive kit. So I'm not the best guy to go to for that, but I will be the guy to go to for using this in a real world scenario. I'm not going to cut that out. Just so you know, this is completely raw, one take. So that is number one, just so we see again, receivers, transmitter, beauty. And again, that just pops back in to this case, which is a travel case, I'm assuming, or just a protective case in general, and zips right back up. Beautiful. So Hollyland Lark Max. Briefly explained why I chose that over the DJI and the Rode Wireless Pro even. The only difference between this and the Rode Wireless Pro is the Pro has 32-bit float. I don't like the sound of it, to be honest. It'll all sound the same if you just give an extra 3 minutes in post-processing to make the audio sound even crisper, add a bit of equalizer or whatever. And one more thing, the Pro has time code, which honestly, as a beginner content creator, someone who just wants to, I use an APS-C camera, for example. I just like simple, turn on, works, beautiful, let's go, and then just spend a bit of extra time in post-processing just to bump up that quality just a bit better. But time codes, I don't even want to begin to learn how that works. I don't even care. So, and the Pros don't have noise cancellation, nor do the DJIs. So this is the best option right now, anyway. Product number two, I spoiled it earlier, which is the lavalier kit for the Hollyland Lark Max. Pretty simple packaging in comparison to the Lark Maxes. Hopefully that can fit within that case as well, because I don't know how I'm going to be transporting this. That is nice. Okay, so I've got two, obviously, a 2-pack for the 2 transmitters. I plan on doing some reviews in the future with someone that I'm not going to spoil just yet. And again, if you watched my previous video, the 2024 plans, you'll see that I'll be doing travel videos very shortly. And everything got to do with traveling, including the workouts. So, wow, that is hefty. So these do come with an additional wind muff. I'm not sure why. I'm assuming if you buy this by themselves. So I got 2 free additional wind muffs that I'm probably never going to use. But that's hefty. That's thick. I might even start making my future videos in the studio if I do decide to make this format still. I might make these videos using this, bang, instead of this, because it is 24-bit float, and you may have been hearing some background noise here, so that's obviously going to cancel that out. So 2 of those, beautiful. One final thing, as I mentioned, this is, in my opinion, the best of the 3 purchases. Here we go. You would have never seen this before, by the way. This is a completely new product, and probably this is going to be the first time you see a YouTuber wearing one of these. Okay, nothing here. Pretty basic packaging as well in comparison to the microphones themselves. Oh, I fell on the floor. It is what it is. Okay, that's sick. That is sick. So a little carrying pocket. At least this has something in addition to carry the accessory instead of like this doesn't have anything. I don't know where I'm going to put this in. What I'm going to put this in. That's literally how it comes, by the way. This doesn't. This comes in a little carrying case. They should have given me one of these, but anyways, that's my only complaint so far, without me testing anything. But here we go. So this, let me quickly unpackage it. This is a magnetic lanyard. Again by Holyland Like Max. Magnetic lanyard necklace. You hang this around your neck. Bang. Then, that is so sick. You can just about see it. Let me just pull my torso up a bit. Again, open this. These, what I saw, I believe that it was inbuilt. So they had an inbuilt magnet. See that inbuilt magnet that I showed you earlier? Let's have a look again. Is it focusing? Beautiful. By the way, I keep looking here because I'm trying to look at the screen to see if it's in focus or not. Otherwise, I'd be looking directly at the camera. But anyways, magnetic lanyard. Oh, that is sick. It was strong. Hear that? That is not a weak magnet. That is a strong magnet. Okay. So yeah, there you go. So you pretty much just use the mark like this, dangle it around the lanyard, and this is pretty much how most of the videos in the future will be recorded, in my opinion anyway. Like, no need for this, unless I'm doing like a professional studio setup or I'm doing like a review in the future. I've got a lot of plans, so if I'm doing reviews, this will be the best bet. Or for my content that's planned, that's going to be in-gym workouts, training, traveling, any vlogs will most likely be used with this. So the magnetic lanyard. And I just realized that this isn't inbuilt. Like, this magnet is so strong that I thought it was focus. Okay, that magnet is not inbuilt, so it just stuck there. It's a very strong magnet. This is recording right now. So I think this function, this is set to the moment it comes out of the receiver case, I believe, the charging case, I believe it automatically records, so it's recording right now. And then the way this works, you just plug in the USB-C, you plug this in, or you just put this in a case actually, you plug the USB-C to USB-C into your camera, and thank you very much. So you can take the audio recordings out of this. So there's no need, as I mentioned earlier, there's no need to use this or put this into your camera at all, which is beautiful because less wires the better. This is sick. So I want you to comment down below which of the 3 purchases do you like the most. This for me is the best. This is sick. It's like a dog tag magnet where you can attach your microphones to. But yeah, most likely I didn't really speak about or test anything today. It was just an unboxing, a raw unboxing for you. If you'd like to see which is most likely I'll do it anyway, but comment below if you'd like to see me test this properly in a real you know what I'm saying, scenario, then yeah, let me know about this. That's the charging right there. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching. Big content coming in the future. That was one of the 2 purchases that I made in the last week. There is another purchase that I'll be doing a very similar unboxing to this with, and you'll be seeing that just like this format of the video coming very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like, subscribe for a yearly supply of gains, and if you'd like to see more videos like this one, just click it right here.